What up, world? You already know what time it is. Your boy Matt Miz, the host of the most. Never need to brag no boss. All we ever do is give a toast to the real folks.
Yeah.
And pave the way. And the real way. Was play the play. And parlay this good game that we got for y'all tonight. And I got my right hand with me, as usual. Big WI in the building.
Yeah.
Applause.
What up?
You already know, man. You already know how we get down. So let's get it in. Now, Jay-Z is being trolled by Nicki Minaj. She's going around saying that Jay-Z owes her money, blah, 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 to the tune of $100 to $200 million. If that was the case, would you be on Instagram talking about that, or would you be in court? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then she just tweeted the other day that you can't get into her what you call it, her Instagram. So she's saying that it's Jay-Z's fault. And I'm like, what is wrong with this chick? Is she smoking or is she high? Oh, Jay-Z owe you over $200 million. You know what I'm saying?
200 million. That's crazy. But you know what it is, man. It's that time. Everybody's going for something.
So she goes in on Jay-Z and Rock Nation and several little tweets. And I'm like, it don't make no sense. If somebody owes me $100 million, $200 million, I ain't going on Twitter talking about it.
Nope.
So I don't
He said
know
she
where.
project.
Huh?
She's about to drop a project.
Nah. Nah, I don't think so. She hasn't dropped music in a while, you know?
Right.
But she's just trying to allow chase to me, you know? And that to me is some lame ass shit. Because why are you cloud chasing out Jay-Z? Because she put money in title on Jay-Z sold title. Jay-Z sold title. I paid her $1 million for selling it off. But she's saying that he owes her more money. But she took the $1 million. It's crazy. Well, let's check it out. Fair use. Fair use.
All right. See what I'm going.
Let's check her out. Let's check her out. She's talking a whole heap of people. What is she really saying though? She wants to get clout off Jay-Z? That bad? Check this out.
If Jay-Z owes you millions, why are we just now hearing about it after all this time? It's giving clout.
In two contentious tweets on X on Tuesday, Nicki Minaj attacked Jay-Z, claiming that the renowned rapper owes her between $100 million and $200 million. She then requested a refund and pledged to use the funds to send a few of her admirers to college. We've calculated about 100, 200 million so far. Jay-Z called me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. Let's get it N-word. And anyone still calling him Harv will answer to God for the blasphemy, Minaj wrote in an initial post. In a follow-up, she added, I'm going to use some of the money that Jay-Z owes me to send some of my barbs to college.
So Nicki Minaj is out here claiming Jay-Z owes her $200 million.
Girl, $200 million.
She also said anyone who calls him Harv going to have to answer to a God.
Crazy. Isn't that crazy? So he owes you 200 million and we don't even know why. Can you believe that? She probably smoking rocks. But then again, you don't know. Maybe she got some validity to what she's saying. But 200 million M's, I mean, I think it would be I don't know, maybe, what should I say? Professional about it. It wouldn't be such a tweet where you're joking, trying to be joking. And then you say it's blasphemy. What's blasphemy?
Woo! Child. Thank y'all for picking up my call. Nicki Minaj, the queen of another king and juggernaut. Some call God of hip hop. But not only that, for a alleged sexual harassment.
Who's this guy? I don't know this.
Maybe bitch, you owe me remember the $20 that it gave you last week on your last paycheck, bitch. You supposed to get not that. No, baby, we talking about allegedly 200 million door heads. 200 million.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch this one because I don't even know who this cat is. You gonna mess up the flow of the show or all that. But let me hear the Breakfast Club break it down real quick. Shout out to Power 105.1, man. Fair use. I want to hear Charlamagne talk about it. If not, let's make it make sense, you know? Why would you think Jay-Z owes you? Or Jay-Z ain't nothing but a hustling ass dude that's worth $2.4 billion. It's crazy.
Nicki Minaj is getting dragged on social media after she insinuated that Jay-Z was messing with her Instagram live numbers. And she drew over 2,400 viewers, which is far beyond some numbers that she would normally get. So she implied that someone might be messing with her numbers, and naturally people thought that she was implying that Jay-Z/Rock Nation was playing with her numbers.
What a surprise. What a surprise. The amount of people on Instagram is remarkably low. I wonder who's behind that. I wonder who's afraid. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to see.
One person said she doesn't have friends or something, doesn't go on vacations or even out to have fun. If you had told me 10 years ago that Nicki Minaj would become this delusional, paranoid, bitter, chronically online a woman, I would have laughed. Rehabilitation might be a little too late at this point. I don't know. Someone else chimed in and said she needs to be checked into a mental institution. She better have proof or she can be sued for lying on that man. Someone else said, is this lady really that obsessed with Jay-Z? I tried to ignore it, but she actually does blame everything on Jay-Z. He hasn't said nothing to her for 10 years, and she still talk about him every 5 business days. So I would like to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. A lot of people feel like she's delusional for steady blaming Jay-Z and Rock Nation for things going wrong or things not going her way. And I would like to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
Hello, y'all. They've been shadow banning all my accounts.
Mine too.
Yours too?
I can't post on my stories.
What did we do, child? We shadow banned y'all.
I'm trying to live in the shadows.
Ray J, are you shadow banned?
I'm super shadow banned. I've been having the same followers for 5 years, and they say I keep growing.
Yo, my notifications are going up with followers, but my following on Instagram went down.
Right, they've been doing that to me too. They took away
My whole notification though was going up.
Huh?
I said my whole notification. All right.
So, guys, guess who came by to see me? So y'all, look at how shadow banned I am, child. What did I even do? You know, why I gotta be this shadow banned on Instagram Live? Somebody call them and tell them, like, what's good? I mean, what could I possibly say? You know, what are you guys so... Oh, somebody said Ray J.
Come on, to live doesn't mean you alive. You taught me that, Nicki.
We're not gonna start this nonsense. Anyway, so y'all, somebody just popped up on me, but I told them that they have to leave. Okay. And another special friend popped up. I told her she has to leave as well. So who do you think the second person is? Since y'all figured out the first person. Let me see. Let me see. Amber, do you know how to sing?
Yeah.
Sing.
Sing, A and B.
Let me know.
Oh! Sing your song. Just because I was singing that, you wanted to sing that. Everybody asked you to sing that. All right, guys, listen. I'll be back. Since I'm gonna let actually Play J. I made up a better name for him, Play J. I'm gonna let Play J say goodbye to you guys before I come off.
What's Play J though? What that mean?
I changed your name. You didn't hear?
Like Raja?
I change it from Raja. It's not
a tattoo.
I like Raja though.
You like Raja? And I told him Raja would have been good with the Hodos.
With a Caribbean album.
With a Caribbean album.
To follow up on my intro, like this the regular Raja.
Yeah, it's like a
Raja. But Play J could be one of his alter egos. Yeah. Like when he's feeling in that, you know what I'm saying?
That's my new name.
Okay. So Barb's, all right, we're gonna Barb's, I don't know if I should let this man stay. I told him never come to my home. I told him never pop up anywhere I am. Should I let him stay or should I have him get beat up right now? Choose either stay or beat up. Barb. Stay or beat up. Stay or beat up.
Can y'all welcome me in the crew? Can y'all welcome me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be embarrassed.
Oh, wait. I wonder, can they hear me? Oh, they saying stay. Stay, beat up. Beat up.
Off with his head.
Beat up.
Damn.
Beat up.
Damn,
they want to beat my boy. That's
and
crazy.
I'm like a good person inside, yo.
Beat up.
You are right.
Beat up. So I've been questioning him on some stuff, y'all, to know if, he, you know what I'm saying? So I'll let y'all know how that go. But I think a bunch more people said beat up than said whatchamacallit. So
and that hurts.
So you're gonna have to get up on it. Somebody said beat up bad, stop. Somebody said drag him.
But what about the culture? What about the culture? What about uplifting the culture?
What you got to do with the culture?
That hurts me.
Except for running around here acting the fool all day or all night.
That's a good analogy of it. That's what
Exactly. So tell us why you should not get beat up for coming to where I am here.
Well, because I catered something that I've been I've been working on something. It is totally like really creative, and y'all think I'm one way, but if you really get to know me, then I'm another way. So like I'm really getting burnt out of being bad. And I just want to change, y'all. And tell them that they may think a lot of things about you that aren't true according to you. I've been questioning you, you know. You know how I get to the truth of everything. Mm-hmm. So let them know that there are things that they may think about you that haven't been true, and you haven't really come out and spoken about it. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, like I'm having a hard time. I'm facing like 4 different situations, and it's turning me into this like I don't give a fuck monster. But in reality, the narratives is just so wrong, man, and it hurts. It hurts. When I see my daughter, it hurts because I'm like, damn, I gotta switch it up quick. Fuck what I'm doing now. It's deeper than that. It's bigger than that. It's the industry, and it's scared. It's scary, and I'm scared. All right. You heard what he said. They said, shut up. He's lying. Then watch the wings start popping up. Watch. Just give it a second. And it's coming up. Yeah. FF. They're going to be like, boom, it's going to start. At least one person going to say it in the next 30 comments. Somebody said, he don't know his way. I don't forgive you for pushing Princess in that pool. That's fine. That's I did. Well, do she know how to swim? Yeah, she was coming to push me in the pool. I just got out the way. Yeah, she knows how to swim. I just got out the way, boy. I would have beat you till you went to the hospital. No, that's fine. Like I would have beat you so. Right in the car and drove off before she could even get out the pool. And when I would have found you and beat you, okay, like you would have been happy. Okay, so guys, we'll be right back. Okay, after these messages, we coming back. Look out for us. Okay. All right. Like somebody who knew how to find somebody was with me. She knew how.
Well, yeah, pretty much see what I'm talking about. Chick is crazy. Now, in other news, Mexicans finally said, you know what? Since y'all want us out the country, we gonna kick y'all out our country. I mean, what do you expect? as American working in Mexico. Did y'all not expect that shit to happen? I'm just asking for a friend. They said use pesos or get the hell out of here. So I look at it like, y'all didn't think this was gonna happen? Come on, man. Come on. Let's keep it real. It's bound to happen. Well, let's check it out.
Locals feel pushed out of their own neighborhoods, the Associated Press reports.
Pues el día de hoy estamos luchando contra la gentrificación. La gentrificación es este proceso por el cual las personas originarias de los barrios se ven desplazadas por gente con mayoría extranjeros a querer imponer su cultura, sus precios y desplazar a los mexicanos, a los nativos de estas tierras.
The protests started peacefully Friday in neighborhoods popular with foreign visitors. People gathered calmly to express concerns about issues like rising rents, displacement of locals, and how tourism is affecting their neighborhoods. However, the protests turned violent when a small group began smashing the windows of businesses and threatening tourists. Protesters painted graffiti messages including "Get out of Mexico" and held signs reading "Gringos, stop stealing our home." Marchers assembled outside the U.S. Embassy, and that's when more police officers showed up amid the unrest.
Vengo porque la gentrificación solo es un paso más a la colonización, a los despojos y que exploten nuestros recursos, ahora con la gente. Pero ya falta poco para que cuando se les acabe el petróleo, el agua, el litio en otro país, vengan y nos saquen.
According to the New York Times, Mexico City's government secretary urged an end to violence, saying Mexico City is migrants and the government does not agree with this type of demonstration. The city's governor, Carla Brugada, released a statement on X denouncing the violence. However, she said Mexico City officials oppose gentrification and are working on making housing more affordable. Similar protests have occurred in European cities such as Barcelona, Madrid, Paris, and Rome, where mass tourism and gentrification are also major concerns. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Lauren Keenan. If you want more on this story, download the Straight Arrow News app.
When people are getting fed up, they're getting tired of all the gentrification and white supremacy, you know what I'm saying? Buying up all their spots when they weren't even allowed to purchase land. So it's a sensitive topic, you know. But I wouldn't feed too much into it because at the end of the day, if they can gentrify our cities, our big cities, they'll gentrify these towns, you know, or starve them out. And that's what's going on right now, you know, around the world. You got resources, yeah. They coming there. They coming to get it. Or if you have a nice country that's robust, Plentiful. Oh, they setting up shop. Kicking you out of the nice spots. That's the problem with this whole thing, you know? And they think they can just do what they want when they want because they got money. But white supremacy doesn't run the world. God runs the world. So we're going to see the real cause and effect, you know? Because the faster we confront this shit head on, the quicker everybody else is going to realize, yo, this shit is real. And we got to place the system with a system of justice. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to the great Neely Fuller, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me play a Neely Fuller video for y'all, you know? This is the fight for justice and equality for all. So I hope y'all wake up. Because I've been
to confuse you. Now, sometimes people say, well, you mean everything that I understand will confuse me if I don't understand racism? Yes, because racism is the dominant political and religious motivate force among the people of the planet in all 9 areas of activity: economics, politics, religion, sex, and war. That covers just about anything that any person, minute by minute, might be doing or engaged in. But we're really trying, or should be trying to replace the system of racism with. That is a thing called justice. That's the law of compensation. If you move something, vacate something, you should put something in its place. As Robert Ruark said, named a book by that, called Something of Value. Anytime you move something of value, you should replace something of value, even though that something of value that you're replacing should be better. What you're replacing it should be better than what was there in the first place. Racism is something of value to the races, but justice presumably would be better than racism. That's why the website that I have is called Produce Justice. But you go to producejustice.com, and what will come up on the screen is a textbook that I have written that I hope will help a person of color to think, speak, and act to produce that product called justice. And in the process of doing that, you'll be replacing with justice. Mm-hmm. You'll be using that to replace this thing called the system of white supremacy. You'll replace it with justice, which means guaranteeing that no person is mistreated and guaranteeing that the person needs help the most gets the most constructive help, because justice doesn't exist anywhere on the planet here in the system of white supremacy. You can't have white supremacy and justice on the same planet at the same time. It simply doesn't exist. It's something that nobody has ever experienced, this thing called justice. But just because it's never existed doesn't say it can't exist, because we can imagine that it can't exist. We got an idea of what it would be like, that it being mistreated, and people who need help, constructive help, getting that constructive help. That would be much better than a system of racism, which is a system of mistreatment of people.
Yeah.
And so you can get it by going to producejustice.com. And the book is addressed to the individual person. What you can do without having to consult somebody else and what they're doing or look to see what somebody else is doing. You just concentrate on what you can do each and every day that will better your condition wherever you happen to be. That's what it's because the theory is, the concept is, and I don't know whether this will work or not, but I believe it will. If you solve the problems of each individual person, you'll solve the problem of every person.
Okay.
That's the theory. Very simple, but I think it makes sense.
Okay.
It's logical. Now, some people have said they've seen some cartoons of my work on the internet that have been presented, and that it pretty well embellishes what I have been trying to say in my textbooks. And to the extent that it does that, well, that has been, from what I understand, some people reported to me a plus. Because they didn't understand what I had written very well, but when they saw those cartoons that just repeated what I was saying and attaching my name to it, and came right out of the book, the material did, they say that they better understood it. And I can understand that because people are kind of visual, particularly in the year 2021 now, more visual than ever.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman.
This week that civil rights leader Malcolm X was assassinated February 21st, 1965, as he stood at the podium before a crowd here in New York in Harlem's Audubon Ballroom. His wife, Betty Shabazz, pregnant with twins, and his 4 daughters were in the ballroom looking on. As Malcolm pocket creating a disturbance, a smoke bomb was thrown. Amidst the confusion, 3 gunmen at the front of the hall opened fire. Bullets. He died on the stage as chaos erupted. On Wednesday night, at what is now the Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz Center in Washington Heights, Malcolm's daughter, Ilyasa Shabazz, recalled that horrifying day.
My parents' young lives were filled with joys and they were filled with challenges. And 1 week before my father's assassination, our family home was targeted. A firebomb was thrown into the nursery where my sisters and I slept as babies. History records that we escaped unharmed, yet a mere 7 days later, my family witnessed the unimaginable. Our father was gunned down as he prepared to speak right here in that location. My pregnant mother placed.
That's for another show, man. But yeah, man, the FBI did. I repeat, the FBI did have something to do with Malcolm's murder. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you get away with something so brazen. The shooters walk away scot-free. There's no way. That's the problem, you know? Back then, the FBI was watching Malcolm like a hawk. All of a sudden, they didn't see shit. It's all about perspective, man. But to add to that, it's all about politics. So, So we learn how to treat each other like normal human beings, irrespective of culture, race, or gender. We gonna keep getting caught up in this bullshit. This rigmarole where they got us going through the same bullshit every couple of years, dealing with the same corrupt bullshit. So we're gonna see what's happening. Other than that, it's your boy Man Rizzo. I know it's good, man. But they don't want Mexicans in the States. Nobody should go to Mexico and patronize the tourism industry. Help the people grow their own country, man. So we won't have to run over here because the pesos ain't cutting it, you know? So think about that. It's your boy Matt Mizzle. And know my slogan, keep it real in the field. Get how they feel. I'm out. Peace.